Recently, I released a video about the problems that black men were experiencing dating in Atlanta. And then, of course, when I go into my analytics and look for the cities that watch me the most, Atlanta is one of the top 4. But number 1 is New York City, the city that never sleeps, the city of dreams, the Big Apple. But it's interesting that you don't see a whole lot of commentary about dating in New York. But that's going to change today because I found several videos about why the dating market in New York City for a lot of men, black men in particular, is just trash. And the first one I'm going to start off with is with our boy Cameron in the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. Let's get into it.
Yep.
What has New York niggas done to the New York women for them to talk like that?
Listen,
don't nobody on planet Earth talk to a grown man like a woman from New York.
Listen, man.
They vicious, Lo. You don't understand.
I think we thought at one time. I just told you that a little while ago before I told you about my shorty in Philly. That shit was sexy. Do you know who up, man? When we was younger, I'm gonna say for the 90s, and it might have been late 80s, early 90s. Apache had a song called "Gangsta Bitch," man. And
I need a gangster boogie with my
gangster bitch.
I need a.
And they was like, "Ooh, shorty got the door knockers on with the bandana and little Timbs and shit." And we was like, "Yeah, that's why I want one of those." Until you get outside of New York and be like, "I never want one of those."
Listen. I've never dated somebody from New York City. At least it's been a long time. Maybe I talked to some people, but it's true, man. You think you want something else that you see until you get to someplace else. That's why the passport bros is really coming through. Because before, like a dude like me from Cali, you would go down to Atlanta and be like, man, you know, I'm real into like the Atlanta chicks. And even with the New York chicks, could stop the show. You know, I love Mary J. Blige, right? And you know, the New York accent is like beautiful. London accent, and I know it's different parts of London, but you know, like Edmonton, North London accent is beautiful. You get down to the Brooklyn accent, that's beautiful. And you know, us from the West Coast, guys, we infatuated with that, you know, with that accent, right? Until you go out there and you really deal with a whole bunch of stuff that you ain't really dealing with. That's why a lot of guys is not even dealing with the States no more. Brothers is looking to go to different places, going to different spots, Dominican Republic, Brazil, you have it. Because, listen, sounding sexy is one thing. Acting like a female or a feminine woman is another. Let's get back into it.
But again, you know, that's a great question, Gil. I can't even fucking tell you why, because they still doing it. They still, suck my dick. What?
Oh, nigga.
What, my nigga, suck my dick.
They go crazy. You a son.
Yeah.
You know how I know you a
Yeah.
No, you know how I know you a because your father, with 2 F's too, not father. Because your father's a and your father.
Yo, like, I don't know what it's about, but and I know you women from New York do that a lot. Suck my D, all type of stuff. I mean, even from guys, you know what I'm saying? That's, you know, that's enough to get your head knocked off. But coming from a woman that looks like really feminine and looks like really good, and you know, when somebody just like, when a woman calls you like, bro, that's bad, but this is hella bad. You know what I'm saying? It's enough to make you limp, player.
And your father's no, that's his grandfather. That's not his father. I know you won't do nothing. Yeah. And then, dog, I used to talk to him on live. When I used to go on live all the time, I used to say, why the do y'all talk to niggas like that? Right. And they be like, Gilly, let me tell you, these New York niggas, Gilly, they don't know how to fuck talk, Gilly. You gotta talk to these niggas like a nigga, Gilly, because these New York niggas, Gilly, you just don't know, Gilly.
Yeah, nah. I gotta tell you, I'm not saying that they lying, but the suck my, I can't take it. Yo, you suck my nigga. I'll be like, yo.
They tell you that shit fast.
So basically, because of the men in the area, they feel like they need to get more masculine to be like the men in the area. But now, if you're a guy and you say, man, that chick is super ratchet, man. You know, I gotta just start pumping and dumping chicks, man. I'm not gonna open the door for these chicks because they're not acting like women, you know what I mean? Because these females out here, they're weaving and sailing up. They got like 4 kids by 4 different dudes, some of them. If you start to somehow change your demeanor as a man because these women act a certain way, you get a whole lot of pushback. So women can change and be masculine instead of being feminine because of the guys they're dealing with. But if black men stop being masculine and start being feminine, it's a problem because now you don't know how to approach women. You don't know how to treat women right. You're not respecting women. All when they could be talking to you like this and they could be talking to you like this and you're not even exhibiting the attitude towards them that would elicit that response. This is just normality for a lot of guys. Let's continue.
To be honest with you, I have not dealt with I won't say New York, a Harlem female in years. I won't do it. I'm not. If you from Harlem, you just my homegirl. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with the attitude and I'm not saying there ain't some feminine women in Harlem neither, but I've been too tortured growing up dealing with them type of women. Then got to travel and see other females, and I love all my Harlem girls, but we just gonna be cousins and sisters, aunties, and everything else. We not getting in no relationship with nobody from Harlem, man.
Well, I mean, I love them too, but
So that's an interesting point. From where I'm from or in my community, and you hear a lot of black men saying this, the ladies that I'm coming across are not acting in the way that I want. So now I don't even deal with people in my city. This is what you're talking about. That's the first step. Not dealing with somebody in my city. Then the next step is I'm not dealing with people in my community and my race, right? Because you know, I still love you, black power and all that. But now I'm going to be, going to the white woman or going to the Asian woman. And then the next whole step is I'm going overseas. It happens in this order. No more in my city, start going over. So, that's why a lot of brothers went to Atlanta, right? You know what I'm saying? If you from New York, you from Oakland, let's go to Atlanta. Go to Atlanta. Now do some Atlanta talking about how trash Atlanta is. Let's go overseas. It happens in that order. Let's get back.
them too, but I don't want no calling me bro. Yo, bro.
Yeah. Yo, you know what's crazy? I see my homegirl Kelly, she posted up a day, she said I'm all fucked up. I say bro romantically and say babe platonically. Like this shit is crazy, man.
I say bro romantically and babe platonically. That's exactly what a lot of chicks do. How many girls call you babe, have no interest in dealing with you, dating you, just looking to get something out of you, come fix my TV, here's some money. Exactly.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I ain't never seen, I'm talking about, if you gotta, and I'm not saying all women from New York, because you got some but if you got one of them that was bred, boy, you a rough you could put up with that shit.
Right. Nah, trust me. Look, I was blessed enough to be able to travel at a young age and see different shit. So, like I said, even the girl from Philly, you talking about Tawassa, I met when I was 20 years old. I got out of there. I've been living outside of New York. I mean, I keep my cribs in Harlem with my cousins and everybody else, but me physically, same thing you said. I moved outside New York in '98, right in Fort Lee, so I could get to Harlem in 15, 20 minutes, less than that, 10
Fort
minutes.
Lee, low key.
Yeah, Fort Lee I live literally next to the George Washington Bridge. You get across the George Washington Bridge, you at Harlem.
Yeah.
So basically, I had to move away and I'm seeing different things. This is what guys are judging their experience on. A lot of brothers are going to the first university they're going to as a young man, living in different cities, experiencing different cultural activities, and then they're judging these people in New York City, a lot of black men, based off what they see. This is happening all over the world. It's just not in New York City, but you see that a lot of things that black men are seeing are adding up. Now, let's check out this lady, the next clip. This is crazy. She gonna tell you flat out, you can't deal with a New York woman. And she living in LA. Let's check it out.
This is a PSA to LA men in the dating scene. Stop romanticizing dating fucking New York women. Y'all not built for that life. At all. and it's irritating. As soon as you hear the accent, oh my God, you from New York, I love New York, oh my God, Brooklyn, Bronx, da-da-da. And shit be all cool, whatever in the beginning, but then real life starts to happen. And then y'all be coming to us with y'all and we not going for it. Like, your stomach is weak sauce. Your stomach is weak sauce. Stop romanticizing with New York women because you're not built for that life. Stick to what you know, which is your West Coast women. You know what I'm saying? They're a little bit more softer, a little bit more docile, but New York women, like, East Coast, we not for that, like, for real. Like, one thing you gonna piss us off is when you not being who you say you are. Like, if you know what I'm saying? And we'll accept that. We'll you on that level. But if you come to us and present yourself any other way than who the you said you were, yeah, we're gonna violate you. We're gonna let you know you're a bird. We're gonna let you know you whack as fuck. So please, thank you for the compliment of my accent. And I know you get a little excited because I'm from the Big Apple, but please do not fuck with me. Like, y'all not built for an NYC chick. Y'all just not. So I just need y'all to fucking stop it.
Wow. The masculinity in that was real. That was like 45,000 curse words in 1 minute. Let me just say this, right? I understand what the woman, the young lady is trying to say because being from the West Coast, we like people from the East Coast, you know what I mean? Because they so far away and their culture is so different, you know what I mean? People from New York City, Brooklyn, Manhattan, the Bronx, Harlem, Bed-Stuy, which is Brooklyn, Queens. We infatuated with them especially because of how they sound, and they infatuated with people from Cali. You feel me? Like, every New York dude want a woman from Cali, and it used to be the same way with us. But the reality is like, what she's saying is right. Any person that presents themselves to be, you know what I mean, somebody they not, you should get roasted. But again, it's the way that she's talking. Like, y'all not ready. You got weak stomachs. Like, what's gonna happen? Like, are y'all in there like fighting dudes, or you gonna stab somebody up? Like, what's so different about dating you if something don't go your way that you can't be an adult or whatever? Like, you need a cautionary thing. Like, you guys are so tough. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, there are ways to, pretty much say, these are things I'm not gonna deal with, but because I'm New York, I got this hard shell. And who wants to deal with somebody like that in case you have conflict? Now, if you're a man and you talk like that, what they gonna say? Toxic masculinity, because women damn sure do their share of lying, their share of not being who they say they are. Okay, they share, no woman gonna tell you I'm a 304. I'm thotting it up. I'm still sleeping with my baby daddy. Y'all never gonna say that, right? But then now, if a man, talks in that same vernacular like she's talking, oh, that guy's abusive, that guy is toxic. And the reality is that somebody who acts like that, if you are in a place where women are a little bit more docile or women are more agreeable, and she looks, whatever, like I said, but if you think you're gonna be competitive toward the women that's in LA with that attitude, yeah, you're gonna end up, single, which is where your ass need to be because you don't have no goddamn sense. You know what I mean? You got to understand where you at. You are in LA. All right? And LA got a lot of ladies out there that look good. And if these guys got any respect for themselves, they're not gonna really put up with all that, right? But guys, what you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Another episode of Fair Use. We out.